Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, back in Dubai. Sir Richard Branson, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. It's great to be back. It's nice to see you again.
Lovely to see you as well. Here we are, obviously, in D3 Dubai, the launch of Virgin Mobile. This is, I think we've been waiting for this. Dubai, the UAE, and the region has been waiting for Virgin Mobile.
In some countries, we've experimented on some of the other countries in the region. So it's now we've worked out exactly how to do it. We're ready to. I think make sure that people in Dubai get the product that they deserve, and the team here have done a brilliant job. I mean, I think the proposition they're putting forward is, I suspect, the best of any proposition we've got anywhere in the world, and we've got mobile set up in America and Britain and Australia and all over the world. So they really have pulled out all the stops.
Why do you think it was the time to come into the UAE market? Was there a sign?
Well, I think UAE is booming again. UAE is welcoming to everybody, and I think Virgin's a brand that is welcoming to everybody. And I think the proposition that Virgin's offering here is really cutting edge. I mean, just lots of nice little touches. You can get your SIM card delivered to your home within an hour of ordering it. And I've just been here today, and we've got a fantastic, enthusiastic team of people who believe 100% in the proposition, and I think can shake up the market.
I love that you said that delivers it to you. I think that's fantastic. Obviously, with social technology and social network, I know that you're on social network right now. It's all about now. People want to doing more on their phone. Is this one of the reasons why you guys have decided, you know what, we're going to bring the business to you. We're going to bring your product to you, which I think is easy.
Yeah, I mean, I think people don't like queuing up and having the numbers read out to go and get SIM cards in stores. I mean, if they do go to a Virgin Megastore, of course, they just they stand in front of a mirror and they just press a few buttons, and the SIM card will pop out that way as well. So again, making it extremely easy and extremely modern and up to date with the world that we live in.
And one thing I realise, I know Ross, you're going to be happy about this. Having a good phone number here in the UAE is important.
It is very important.
If you've got numbers that are in a row that are the same, or it goes 1, 2, 3, 4,
or like
you pay lots for that.
Repeats and all that.
The first question that I asked was, can you keep your number? And you can keep your number and bring it over, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah, I think the good thing about Dubai is the government was sensible in bringing something called number portability, which means it encourages competition. It means that a company like Virgin Mobile can get set up and people can switch from their current company to us without any problem and keep the number.
How proud are you? I mean, you come to Dubai. We've got Virgin Mobile here, you've got Virgin Radio, Virgin Atlantic out the door here as well, just off the office. Of course, the Virgin Megastore. Do you? And we're in the Middle East. You come in. I mean, are you used to this? How do you feel? You're like when you come in, we're all like, it's the boss.
Yeah.
Look like you're doing something.
But honestly, how does?
Look, I pinch myself every day of my life because I've been lucky enough to have had an extraordinary fortunate life, and we've surrounded ourselves with magical people. I mean, whether it's at Virgin Radio, still seeing the same faces as when I was last.
They haven't got rid of us.
He fired me last time, though. Remember?
The megastores are absolutely remarkable. I mean, when you think that the Virgin Megastore sadly has disappeared in many countries around the world, and they've reinvented themselves in the Middle East, but they've still got that. They're bringing in vinyl again into the megastores, and they're keeping that sort of the funky feel, but also selling other products to keep the bills paid, and they're expanding. Which this is the only region in the world that record stores can be expanding.
Now, the Virgin brand, you said this earlier, and I love that you said that. It's welcoming to everyone, and I think we all feel that working for a brand like that as well. In fact, it's so strong. Kris, do you mind if I tell Sir Richard this?
Yeah.
Okay, so
this,
in fact, the brand is so strong, and the connection that we feel to the brand is so strong. Can you please show your ankle?
Tattooed on my.
We had gone on a little trip with about 20 listeners to Thailand as a surprise, and while he was there, he decided, I love Virgin. Let me get that.
No joke. I mean, I've been with Virgin now for 9 years. It was what brought me to Dubai. I came for a couple of years, and the next thing you know, there we are in Thailand 9 years later. And
it was a surreal moment.
I said to Pretty, it was about, I think, midnight, and I said, you know what, I'm going to go get the Virgin Star tattooed on my ankle now.
I suppose, what shall I tattoo on my...
You've got to have one now.
He's just after a promotion, I think.
Have you ever thought about getting a tattoo?
I'm just beginning to get around to the idea. My son came back with his 6 tattoo, and I said, "Well, all right, screw that." I said, "It's time that I answered back." So.
Wow.
So I'll have a look at your star in a minute.
Yeah, it's good. It's actually the Virgin one.
It's the Virgin Star.
I went off the website. I got
the proper logo and everything.
The artist was doing it. I was like, "Hold on, don't make a mistake. Please don't make a mistake."
But going back to the brand for a second, especially with today, as Kris mentioned, social networks, social media is so important, and a lot of younger people are starting to build a brand earlier on. They want to build their own brand. With Virgin being a strong brand, what tips could maybe you give the youth of today who are trying to push their brand forward?
I mean, the brand is only as good as your people and your products. So with Virgin, we in a sense, you could say we've taken a bit of a risk because we are a way of life brand. So as you mentioned, in Dubai, we've got 4 different Virgin companies, and everybody who works for those companies know that if they don't deliver, they're going to damage the other 3 Virgin companies. So you've got to be sure that it's the best in its field, that people love the brand, that people are surprised all the time by what the brand delivers. That it's even better than what they expected. And what I say to our people is, they mustn't take themselves too seriously. They must have fun. They must party. They must enjoy life. Work hard, play hard is very important, I think.
Talking about playing hard, you're a fan of extreme sports. You've been around the world on a balloon. What's next for Richard Branson in terms of extreme sports or something wacky?
We've been waiting to go to space, and it's taken us a lot longer to get there than we'd wished for. Later this year, our spaceship, it's now back on track again, and we hope that it will go to space. And very early next year, I hope to jump in and head on up there. And after that, there's a lot of people in Dubai who signed up to go to space with us. We'll start a whole new revolution of space travel. But it's taken us about 6 years longer than we'd expected.
That's okay. It's space.
It's space. It's not like
if it takes 30
rocket
years,
science
it's all right. If you come back in 20 years and say we're nearly there, we're still going to be like, we're still with you.
Yeah.
I mean, but is there something particular about the space project that we are waiting for? Is it a number of things? Is there like a few certain things that we are waiting for, or is it?
No, look, we have brave test pilots who put the spaceships through their paces, and they're looking for the unexpected things that can happen. And obviously, 2.5 years ago, exactly that happened. We had to then start the whole test program again with the new spaceship. Yeah. And again, those brave test pilots are making sure that it's safe for you or me to go into space. At the moment, we're very much on track, and I think finally, hopefully this time around, everything will be fine.
Nice. Last time we spoke, we did a prank on the world. It was your prank.
Yep.
You had some buried treasure on your island. You discovered it, and then the next day you came out. It's hard to say this without spoiling it, but are there plans in the future?
Should we watch out?
Should we be prepared?
Every year.
Should we be prepared?
April Fool's Day is my favourite day of the year.
Have you ever pulled a really good prank on someone like that on an April Fool's that you recall?
I think one of our best was we built a UFO, as you do. We took off at 4 a.m. in the morning, and we flew over London, and every single radio station lit up. The 4 police forces were called out. The army was called out.
Jet scrambled and everything.
we landed in a foggy field outside Gatwick, and they surrounded us, and just like an ET, we had the door very slowly open. We were pumping smoke out of it, And we brought on board with us a little ET figure in the outfit. And this bobby English policeman came across with a truncheon. And the first thing he saw was this ET figure coming down, and he just ran.
Oh my gosh!
And so I think that was the one that we were most proud of, anyway.
That is probably the best prank that you could pull on a city.
No.
If there was a movie, we're going to wrap it up soon, but if there was a movie, and there will be one day of your life, is there anyone particular that you think I would like him to play me? Have you thought about that?
I'm looking for the most handsome, young, debonair guy in the world to play.
That rules me out.
You're looking all right. You look all right.
Here we go.
You got the tattoo.
This Australian Richard Branson just doesn't sound right.
No.
But have you thought about it? Have you ever really thought about anyone particular?
I haven't.
Not
yet. But anyway, I'll be flattered one day. So it'll be fun.
An honour, a pleasure, I think, once again.
For sure.
We can't wait, obviously.
We did the yes/no game once.
You did. Do you want to do it again?
Do you want to do it again?
Go on, then.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Can't say the words yes or no. 30
Yeah,
seconds.
nah, nothing.
No, nothing like that.
You're
You
not.
can't say it.
Richard, you're not allowed to say yes or no, yeah or nah.
I'm not.
Yeah, you're not allowed. I will, but I'll be asking you questions.
Let's go.
All right, here we go. So, Richard Branson,
yeah.
put your hands together right now, please. It's the yes and no game.
Come on, Sir Richard. You can do
Your
this.
30 seconds on the clock. Your time begins right
Come on, Richard.
now. Oh, you like that drink? He's not going to talk.
You can't keep drinking.
He's not going to talk. But I'm not going to tell him it's against the rules. It's Sir Richard Branson.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, are you enjoying that?
This is what he did last time.
Yeah, well, no, it's harder. Are you?
The only words I can remember is "you were fired," but
Yeah, I was fired. That's right. Hold on, 27, 28,
One more sip, one more
just have one
sip.
more. No, yep.
And-
And there it is. He's won the yes or no game, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
not fair.
Richard Branson, Virgin Mobile, once again proud to be here in the UAE and, of course, on Virgin Radio 104.4. It's good to have you back.
good to see you.
Thank you.